Hello, this is me, Judgy Jane Sad, and I'm playing a TRLE called Tomb Raider Remake. This is Tomb of Qualopec, so part 1. This is very annoying, this level, because it starts off very similar to the normal Qualopec in Tomb Raider 1, and we've got all this kind of area here. And then you go for the first bits where you've got to go to the 3 areas, and then there's a boulder that comes down up here. Oh, run. And a number of dinosaurs turn up, and it's pretty much the same thing. And then there's this whole other area which is was confusing to me. I didn't look at a guide, I got through most of it and I got stuck towards the end of it. Lara. And basically the guide didn't really help me. It was kind of like, what is about the guide writers? They are a bit weird on this. And I got a little bit sort of, I didn't know what was going on with it, and Lara, it's not going very well today. And there's a whole thing at the end of that section with a very elaborate secret, which I wasn't bothered about. This is where we're supposed to go. This is the Skion, or Scion, or whatever you want to call it. This is the room, of course. We can't get into there, so we have to open 3 gates to get to, I think it's a lever that opens the door, this door here. And everything's kind of going by the book of the original level. And it's really great, and then you get this other area, and I'll show it later on when we get there. So we've got the area with these 3 things. We might as well just go and do the main areas as we know. So, but the back end of this level is it just seems like more filler. It just feels like, yeah, it's nice to look at and everything, but it's like the more we go through the game, the sections they add in just feel like it's more nonsense to go through, and it's like, as much as it's interesting, and it is, it just adds up to a lot of messing about, double backing, hunting for levers, all that. And I'm not going after the main secrets. I mean, it's mostly oh, where are we going? What are we doing? It's mostly ammo pickups and that kind of thing. Lara, going the wrong way. And when the level builder who's remaking this level adds their own secrets, I'm not really bothered about that. It's not an official Tomb Raider game anyway. I'm just trying to progress through it, getting the most of the pickups that are available. Not really going after the secrets and stuff. There's no reward for them like in Tomb Raider 3. Oh, what's down here? So, right, what we need to do is pull this lever. We'll pull this. Now, that opens the door down there, back to where we started. Right, so I'm going to save in fairly reasonable because I'm sick over this. Okay. So this first part of the level is the same difference as Tomb Raider 1, and it looks okay, and there's nothing really wrong with it. I've got to get over to that room there. Keep getting this wrong. Right. Go to here, pull the lever, move these blocks so we can basically get into that. I don't know why it's got a picture of a bird on it. And you're thinking, oh, this is okay, and, you know, they did a reasonable job with the graphics and everything. Then you hit the special extra bit that they add in, and it's like, I'm not sure about this. There is a cutscene at the end which I wasn't expecting. I don't know if they've cut and pasted that from the original. I don't know how they've done that, or if it's remade or what, I don't know. With Larson, I think it was, the guy from the beginning. I think that's who it is, I can't remember the characters, I know. There's some spikes down there. So we need to escape this area. Come on, Lara. And I've got to Sunrise this Folly. I did the very first section of it, but I didn't actually get to the actual tool room, so I don't know what's going on with that, if that's intact. I hope it is, because it's one of the more interesting levels. But I don't know what they've done for the added section for that, the one that they've added in, I don't know. Again, the dummy lever, we can't pull it. I wonder what it would actually activate if it was normal. Oh, we get the thing with the walls turn up. Yeah, I'd rather play this though, even with the annoying extra bits that can be very tiresome, than play Anniversary, which I was never. Oh, I'm getting a bit heated there. Trying to watch my health pack. Bloody animals. Right, so we go up here. Yeah, I'd rather play this than Anniversary, really, to be honest. Pull this out. And it reveals, is it another room? Yeah, the thing about the end of level puzzle, it's like 2 cubes like this. They have to be put on 4 different pressure plates, and you have to put 2, each one is a specific block, has to put on a specific plate. I'm like, oh, no, it's not happening. And it's for ammo pickup, so I'm like, oh, it's not even progression. So... there's a health pack down there. Now, I don't know, I'm not sure how Lara. What it is there. It's like, why would they have their own secrets? What's that about? It's like trying to be like, oh look how clever I am, I built this amazing game. And I put my own really hard secrets in it. Like, no, it's not happening for me. Not when it comes to work. I mean, when we're talking about a classic, well, the original Tomb Raider. I'm not really that bothered about somebody doing their own iteration of their own sort of version. I think that's just like someone else's brain coming up with an even more mind-bendingly difficult to understand, knowing where things are, logic. It's not there for me. Right, we've got to go to... we've been this one. This is... I can't remember what this one was in the original. It was like a room with a cube in it. This is where we come towards the end. There's nothing on that thing at all. Can't move it. There's a block here. I can't remember what this was in the original actually. The other one like. And this is where we go. This is where it deviates into the new section. Push that out of the way. The thing to remember here is that lever there, okay, is booby trapped. But I don't know what's going on with this section. Basically, later on, between the broken tile and there's a gap. We pull a lever way later on in the new section, and then this you can jump to this, pull it, and it opens the last gate where the beginning of the level is. So this at the moment, if you go to that, you'll be killed. So I will say that I don't want to bungle this one. What you need to do is just fall off of that. There's spikes underneath there, and Lara, it'll get spikes as well. There's a funny thing with the spikes in this level. I don't know what it is. If you go anywhere near them, they're really lethal. If they're several feet from them. So this is the new section. We're going to fly by. It's very elaborate. It looks very big. Most of it's for looking at. But what got me annoyed on this was the bit at the end of this section to do with the secret, which is not about progression, it's just about ammo. It kind of combined it with the rest of the level, and the guide wasn't very clear on the fact you didn't need to do it. I was like, what? I don't get it. What? It's like one of them. So, it's all very elaborate and all very nice to look at, but actually at the bottom there's nothing down there. You can go down there, but there's nothing down there, and you can get back up. So what we've got to do is, it's just for looking at most of this. Half of it's just, yeah, it's nice to look at. There is a floating tile there, now that's to do with the secret. Again, this wasn't explained very well in the guide of what it is and why it is. There's a floating tile like there in the middle. You can jump across when you pull a number of levers later on, and there's a room in there, and then you've got to make your way back round to the area with the cubes in it, which is on your way back anyway, so you don't need to do a double back if you don't want the secret. But yeah, very, very convoluted. It's like, what? There's almost no pickups, hardly either. There's a few, but practically none. Right, so there's 3 doors on this side of the of this massive room, and either side there's like this one, and then not the middle but the other side. This is the lever, and then the middle door is a kind of corridor with 2 different doors in it. So that's opening the first one. Okay. When I'm playing these, I'm like tearing my hair out, going, what? I don't know what that means. I don't know where this is going. Standing jump. And you're sort of looking at the whole thing in one go, and then thinking, hang on a minute, how does that connect to where I want to go, and is that... Right, don't bother going into this door here for the minute, because it needs to basically go to the end. There's a door there. Jump again, right, a bit more, right. Pull this one here, that means to come back and go for that middle door. So we can get this before I can start the video, so pull this. That opens the door on the other end of that corridor in the middle, which we haven't been in yet. Lara, be careful. I know it's standing jump actually. You can do running jump, but it's when you want to come back into these that you've got to do standing, because you probably, Lara did bang ahead, or you're more likely to get it wrong. Those spikes over there, we have to pull a lever there, but you don't have to come, it's like the guide almost said you can't get back, but you can. You have to double back right the way across if you... something. I keep going backwards and forwards, I'll go round and round, going, hey, what? I don't get it. The middle one here is where we want to be. Standing jumps are safer. So, if we went this way, we need to pull a lever to get a block to come up, and we haven't pulled it yet. No, there's a door here as well. I'll open in a minute. Oof, she keeps doing this standing jump thing. I go up the stairs. Here, we can't get up there, that goes to another room at the top, but this a block comes along later on. If you pull one of the later levers to do with the secret, a block appears there, I don't know why. It's something to do with the secret. Right, this area here, we have to do this lever pulling. Lara, be careful. I will do a save, but I just want to be careful. Just a couple of minutes. Go to here, now don't land anywhere near the corner of this because the spikes are really nasty on here. Okay. Lara keeps getting caught quite badly on these. I don't know why it's like... I've no idea. Right. So we're over the other side here. Pull the thing, Lara. Right, that opens the door and I know where that is, that's where we've just been. What we can do is we can actually just go back this way. She will take some damage from the spikes even though she's nowhere near them. Because when I first came here I landed on this block here from over there, and then she died and I thought, oh, this must be like spiked or something on here, but it wasn't. It's just like collision detection between Lara and the spikes. Right, so we go to here. Come on, get on. Now, it needs to go down, 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 down. Maybe so kind, Lara. The middle part of this here, there should be a door that's opened. Opposite where we came in. And this is the door that opened where we pulled the lever. Okay, I'm going to stop here and I'll be back in part 2.